I think the fuck not, okay? If you have a baby, you already know. They just randomly be doing shit like that. I almost blocked her just off the strength of how irritated I was. Good morning. Good morning, Bubba. Don't scratch yourself. Don't scratch. Oh, okay. Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. It is 10:45 in the morning. I actually just got done with photographing a few items that I got from the bins yesterday. Now I am in the process of doing the very last two, and I did like 30 or so. So yeah. And let me show y'all something because it's crazy. Oh, and these are all the clothes that need to get washed. I like to just keep a pile right here by the washer. But y'all, it is fucking snowing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater of the snow, but shit. Is at the point now where he doesn't just wake up, eat, and go back to sleep all the time. We actually have to give him some playtime now, which I'm completely okay with. We typically will let him sit in his bassinet, and then he has like his these toys that came with his swing, and we'll put those on there, and then he'll like be preoccupied for like 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes we put him on the swing. He doesn't really like the swing that much though, so he'll probably be in the swing for like 5 minutes tops without crying, and then after that it's a wrap. But what we have noticed is that when we put him like laying on the couch and we play like music from 2001 or like early on, he lays there and he just kind of like listens to it, and I think he watches it as well. But yeah, it kind of occupies him for at least about 15-20 minutes. So he plays for about 15-20 minutes, and then we give him his pacifier, and then he ends up falling asleep and taking a nap. Yeah, if I had it my way, him sleeping at least from, I want to say from like 12 at midnight to like 5, I would be totally fine with. That would be amazing, but we are not there yet. He is currently, why you mean mugging me? Yeah, so, you stretching? You are so cute. You are so cute. I gotta show y'all his little cute outfit. Like I said, I've been photographing this morning. I did kind of do my bookkeeping a little bit, and that was pretty much it. Bubba, what's the matter? What's the matter, Bubba? There you go. Let me see. Let me see. So, I've been trying to figure out how I want to start doing my inventory now that I want to start utilizing those bags that I talked about in my previous vlog, because I'm thinking, I know I talked about how I might just only do the bags just to get rid of them, but I might, very strong might, I might end up continuing it, even though it's like maybe a waste or whatever. I'm thinking about like possibly continuing it because I feel like it was so easy to ship those items out. Damn, this is getting stuck. It was so easy to ship those items out because I was actually in a rush at that time because we had to go pick up my baby from my mom's, and it was nice to just throw the item in the packaging and just call it a day. So I was just like, ooh, I like the breeze of that. And then the main reason why I don't want to transition to putting in the mailers, well, the bags, is because I have to sit there and redo my whole thing as far as like prepping the item to be shipped off. So instead of me just, you know, photographing and then storaging it, I'd have to photograph it and like clean it up, make it look nice, and then put it in the mailer and make sure that I have all the measurements just in case somebody is like, hey, what's this specific measurement, you know? Because that happened to me the other day, and it was a very odd request because I've never took measurements of a shoulder to shoulder, but I'm assuming they probably had broad shoulders and that's why they asked, because they just wanted to make sure. But I went on and did it because it was a Johnny Was piece and I was hoping to get that $60 sale, but you know, didn't go as planned. They were really nice though. They didn't like ghost me. They just said, you know, I really appreciate you for getting the measurements, however it won't fit. And I was like totally fine with that because it's something that really grinds my gears about ghosting me. Speaking of that, so y'all know I started listing on Depop. So I think I'm at like 50 or 60 listings right now, and I keep forgetting to list on there daily, so that's my fault. But what ended up happening was somebody sent me a $25 offer on those On Cloud shoes. Bless you, Bubba. On those On Cloud shoes, and it was $25, and I ended up accepting it even though I want to get at least $35 for them. But since I got them from the bins, I didn't pay no more than like $2 for them, so I was just kind of like, I'll just take the 25 to get them out. Tell me why she never bought them. And that is something that really triggers me on Depop, is people sending offers. I almost blocked her just off the strength of how irritated I was, but I was just like, fuck it, you know, shit happens. But it just annoyed the fuck out of me, because it's like, don't send an offer if you have no intentions of committing. Like, Depop really needs to change that. If somebody sends an offer, it's a binding offer, okay? You cannot run from this. Give me your money. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for next. Also, y'all, I don't have a daughter yet, but I picked these cute little cardigans up. It's from the brand Gymboree, I want to say, and this is a large, and it is for 5-year-olds. But this is a cute little cherry one, and then this one is a like a spring one with plaid and flowers and whatnot on it. And then this one is so cute. This one is like an ombre one. It has really pretty flowers. I think it's kind of like felted flowers at the hem, and I just thought it was so cute. All of these were the same size, so I went on and got all of them just because I wanted to sell them in a lot. I asked my Instagram, like, what should I do? Should I lot them up for 35 or should I sell them separately for 15? And everybody was like, sell them in a lot. So I was just like, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So some of these do have like little minor flaws and whatnot, but I just thought they were so adorable. I did see another one, but it was like an extra large, and I think it had a few flaws to it, and it wasn't really worth bringing home because it didn't look as cute as these three. But if you have a 5-year-old daughter and you want her to look super cute this spring and cozy, hit up my Poshmark or Depop or Mercari or eBay, because they will be for sale. It's gonna be hard to kind of lock them up to show them all together and how cute they look. That is something that I probably need to figure out right now, because I feel like if I photograph them all separately, it'll showcase each piece, you know. Maybe I have to make a collage or something. I'll figure it out. But let me go ahead and get some work done.
A few moments later.
My baby is actually still on the swing. Ironically, he must have heard me say he hated it, so now he's loving it. Kinda, sorta.
What's up, reggaeton? It's me, the daddy. You wanna go see the snow? Okay. Yeah, yes I do, Daddy. After you get your ass changed. Oh my God.
All right, so I've also updated everything to these bags, but not everything, just this. So I got my shoes in this one tote. I was not playing with y'all. I only want to use one tote for my shoes, and I have all of them in these baggies as well. So that's why I have those fake Doc Marten Faded Glory shoes at my desk, is because I'm about to put them in that plastic wrap so I can put them in the shoe bin. Now, y'all may be thinking those shoes are hideous. And you are correct. However, the girls like these ugly ass shoes, so I picked them up. I'll try to throw up some comps on the screen so y'all can see, but I got these from the bins and they were in like a like new condition, so it was like, why would I not pick them up? You get what I'm saying? So I did. So y'all, I got these cute little pajamas from the bins, and the brand is called Kite. And this is actually a really good brand for the babies. So if you actually see this, I think you should pick it up. I'm actually going to keep this for my son just because it feels really nice. It kind of feels like how Skims feel. If you've ever worn Skims, I got Skims on right now. It feels like that fabric where it's like super cozy, super comfy, and like stretchy. So I thought I'd keep it. I actually found quite a bit of kid stuff at this time that I sourced this one, because I ended up listing them. They're like these Zen sacks. We are past the point of putting our baby in a sack. I'm at the point now too where I don't even want my boyfriend to swaddle him because he doesn't like it, but it is really helpful when, you know, it's time for him to go to sleep and he's like doing this. If you have a baby, you already know they just randomly be doing shit like that. So that is when I feel like the swaddling is necessary, but I don't really like him in it because his neck just be, it just feel even more loose than what it is. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, so I always pick up kid stuff. At first, y'all already know I don't pick up kid shit, but now it's kind of fun. I'm thinking of you know, lotting things up, because I remember doing it at one point with some little boy sweaters, and they sold within like a few days, I think for like 30 bucks. I think the only problem with that one is that they should have sold for like 40. So that was my thing. And I also didn't think about like the weight of shipping, so I'll have to consider that if I try to lot up kids items again, is to make sure that what the fuck was that? Make sure that it is not like heavy, especially if it's going to eBay. If it's going on Poshmark, totally fine, because then shipping isn't that much. But other than that, but yeah, I am about to get to listing this big pile. Now, of course, I'm only gonna do 10 items today. I'm gonna do 10 tomorrow and then finish it out on Thursday. The weather is actually supposed to be better on Thursday, I'm hoping, so then that way I can go sourcing again, and then we'll get those items, you know, photographed, and then we can start listing them on Friday, because I'm at a point now where I don't feel like FOMO, because before it really didn't matter how many items I already had. I was like, I'm going sourcing 3 times a week because I'm gonna fear FOMO. And if you don't know what FOMO is, it's just fear of missing out. So I would go anyways. But now it's like, if I have enough to list for the week, that is what I'm going to be doing. And then when I run out, then we go source again. So it's just kind of like a nice little in and out situation versus like a overstock of things. A little person. Are you carrying a little person? Yeah. You look like the Michelin Man. Let me see. Hi, Bubby. You about to go see Snow with Daddy? Y'all. Oh my God. Look at his face. Oh, fuck.
You see it? You see the Snow Daddy?
Oh my God.
You like it? You like the snow?
He like, I'm cold, Daddy.
You like the snow? You like it? Look, tell Mom about the snow.
Was it nice, Bubba?
It's a lot of ice. But I'm so warm in my puffer.
Your big old puffer? It sound like Kiefer. Is it rare or no?
Blue jays are
not.
Yeah, but they're still like once in a lifetime birds.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is 7:30 in the morning. Now, the reason why I'm up so fucking early is because AJ, okay, this little guy. So I actually went and slept in the bed from 10 to 4. I have been sleeping on the couch with my boyfriend, and we both kind of take care of wow, Bub. I used to have a dog last year, and his name was Bo, if y'all are new here. So that was weird. Anyway, so we would both take care of Bub, because that's his nickname that I've given him. Or AJ, we'll just call him AJ, whatever. Anyways, so we'll just both take care of him in here, and I'll just kind of sleep majority of it, because that's really my window. And then once 3 o'clock will get here, my boyfriend would do the same. We both stay up in here, whatever. So anyways, so I actually went and got in the bed yesterday because I hadn't slept in the bed for a few days. And I was just like, you know, let me get some rest. So I go and I sleep all the way through from 10 to 4 in the morning. Come up in here, and Bub was asleep with my boyfriend. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just about to take him and go back to sleep, because that's typically what I do. Like when I come and get him, we both go back to sleep. So, and then I'll sleep until like 8 or so. But no, ma'am. I come up in here and he wakes up. His eyes are wide open. So I'm like, oh, let me just give him some milk. He gonna go back to sleep. I think the fuck not. Okay, so give him the milk. He's like, oh, okay, cool, we up. What's going on? What's popping? So we sitting up. He looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, why you not going to sleep? So next thing I know, I'm like, you know what? Let me just make you 1 more ounce of milk, and that'll put you to sleep. I get up and I come in the kitchen. It's been a whole hour and a half had passed. So I'm like, where did the time go? So I make him the 1 ounce. That didn't do shit. That was just like an appetizer for him. So I was like, you know what? Since it's almost been 2 hours, because we feed him every 2 hours, I'm like, let me just give you another ounce. I'm sure that's going to push you over the edge and put your ass to sleep. Give him the other ounce, y'all. And guess what he does? Not go to sleep. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm holding him, and he's getting real fussy at this point. So now it's starting to like annoy me, because I don't like to listen to him cry. Granted, it's normal, but I personally don't like to listen to him cry. So anything that I can help him on to not have him cry, that's what I'm gonna do. So as I'm like holding him and like just trying to do different things to stop him from crying, he give me this look, and I'm like, you must got shit on your ass, because this is a look like my booty itching. So I go and change him. He had boo-boo, so I was like, bet. I cleaned you up, you know what I'm saying? You sleepy now. You got that shit off your ass. So next thing I know, I come up in here and I sit back down. I lay him on my chest, put his little binky in his mouth. Do you think he went to sleep? Fuck no. So I was like, okay, bet. We playing this game. Next thing I know, it's 6:45 in the morning. And you still aren't asleep. So then I say, you know what, let me just walk with him. So I started walking around. Next thing I know, I'm not hearing nothing no more. I'm like, oh, he finally asleep. And guess what? He was fucking asleep. So I was like, won't he do it? Won't he do it? He's literally sleeping like an angel after keeping me up all morning. Like, I typically, you know, get my rest, but then I also get additional rest because he sleep, and we typically sleep from like 4 to 8 roughly. Of course, in between I'll feed him and all of that, but he's typically like sleep when he's eating, so then he burps and then he goes right back to sleep, so it kind of works out. But I've already had my morning coffee. I've already been paying my bills for this month. Like, I'm up. I'm jumping on the ceiling at this point. But anyways, so yesterday I went on and inventoried and did this with all of the bins items that I found. I put the kids' clothes. I'm deciding on, like, I guess having it kind of curated on what I put in the bags. I didn't say that. Happy February. Today is the first day of February. And it's still ice, snow, sleet, whatever you want to call it, outside. And it's actually, how many degrees is it? It is actually 27 degrees right now. The high today is going to be 33. So y'all know I'm not going nowhere. But what I do need to do today is package my orders that I've gotten in the afternoon of Monday, Tuesday, today, most likely tomorrow morning as well. And then I'm going to get those shipped out. So the video that I put out on Monday, is actually performing pretty well. By the time y'all see this video, it's going to be a little while, so it's going to be a different video that I put out. What are you doing, Bubba?
Baby, you give me ice and fire.
I'm taking this shit, Mom.
You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. Whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
I just got a message from somebody. So on Depop last night, I was, you know, just looking around because I really want a new Patagonia sweater. So I was gonna sell mine because I keep going back and forth on whether or not I want to sell mine, but I finally decided I'm gonna let it go because I can't fit it. And let's just be honest, you know, so I'm gonna sell it. I'll pop it on the screen, so if y'all want it, hit your girl up. But anyways, so I was sourcing on Depop, and I found one that was really affordable, and then I also found an LL Bean one that was also really affordable. I paid $25 for both of them, free shipping. So Baba, what's the matter? Okay, sometimes he wants me to stand up. He's like, yeah, I see you holding me, but I'm gonna need your ass to stand up too, so let me do that. Okay, now that I am back, so what I was trying to say was I was sourcing on Depop yesterday, and I was on Curtsy. Honestly, I was on Curtsy originally because I saw a Patagonia sweater that was tan, and I was like, chef kiss, I'm getting it. But the girl that was selling it, she didn't have her photo, she only had the stock photo. So I'm like, hey, could you show the photos of the actual item? So then she was like, bet. And she was like, I'll do it when I get home tomorrow. Totally forgot about it. Did it like a couple of days later. I didn't mind it because y'all know I'm a reseller, so I really don't care. So she finally hit me back up, and I was like, thank you so much for updating me. I looked at the photos. I'm like, is this ivory or is this cream, like the stock photo that you put up? She was like, oh, it's more ivory. So I'm like, fuck, that's not really the color that I wanted. I wanted like a tan brown, because y'all know I love my neutral colors, okay? So I thanked her, and I just was like, I'm not gonna get it. It's a really good price, like it's $35. I think it's a really good price, but I was like, that's not the color that I wanted. So anyways, I go to Depop, and I'm looking on Depop, whatever. I finally find one that was nicer, and it was a men's size, so I know that it would give me a better fit than a woman's size, because since I have large breasts, I like my clothes to fit a lot looser, and now that I have pregnancy weight on me as well, I want to be even more comfortable. So I got a men's size, and then I also found a LL Bean one. So I paid for it. It was free shipping for bundles, so of course I'm excited. I'm like, I paid $55 for these two. I'm probably gonna sell the LL Bean one after I get done wearing it, so we good. So he messaged me and he's like, hey, I just saw this, and I wanted to tell you that I did sell both pieces that you just purchased locally and forgot to take them down. Is there a way you can issue a refund? So when I went to his page originally, I was a bit hesitant, only because he was selling this stuff for cheap, but you can tell by the photos that these are just like, this is a regular seller. This isn't like a reseller. And I looked at his reviews. They look decent or whatever. So I'm kind of irritated because I really wanted that Patagonia sweater, but I'm gonna just let him know that he can send me a refund. He is actually asleep. So I've also been lucky enough to have him go to sleep. So without us holding him, typically we'd have to hold him the whole duration of while he is asleep, but I've cracked a code. So I lay him on his stomach, and of course he knows how to move his neck. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh my God, he's gonna suffocate. He's not, okay? And mind your business. But anyways, so I lay him on his stomach, and of course I check on him a lot because you already know I have anxiety. So I do check on him a lot just to make sure he's breathing, and I'm a new mom, so I think that's just normal. So yeah, I do that, and then I just put his blanket, you know, right there, and then he sleeps. Now I tried that this morning, and I failed miserably because he wasn't fully asleep. So if I have him, he's like sucking on his pacifier, and if he isn't like done sucking on his pacifier, that means he's still awake, okay? So if I try to lay him down at that point, he's like, where are you going? Bring that ass back here. And he did that to me this morning, so I was a little annoyed, but I'm about to lay him down now because I only have I think it's like 8. I have 8 more items to list. I've already did 4. So yeah, It's been pretty uneventful sitting in the house for the past 4 days. I don't plan on coming back out today. Did I say come? I don't plan on going anywhere today, but I did package all my orders last night. I got to package 3 more. 2 I got overnight, and then I got 1 on Mercari, which is a maternity item, which is kind of cool. But I need to package those because my boyfriend said he was going to try to go out today. So yeah, the ice is in fact melting, but it's still a little scary out there. So
A few moments later.
it is time for my 2nd cup of coffee. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've been drinking like 2 cups of coffee a day for like the past week and a half. And the crazy part is that I don't even need the 2nd cup. I just drink it because I miss caffeine so much. Like, if y'all are new here, I stopped drinking coffee for like the 2nd half of my 1st trimester, all the way up until like the middle of my 3rd trimester. I had stopped, and then I had started back drinking it at the very end, but I would only have like 1 cup every other day. So maybe like 3 times a week when I really had to get like work done, I'd have coffee. But I tried to like not, I was one of those people. But looking back, Bubba, are you shaking? Are you cold? This kite baby thing is clearly a summer staple, not a winter one, because my baby is still cold. I feel like I guess I got a grip on everything. So my boyfriend went to go and drop my packages off and grab some stuff from the grocery store. I told y'all before the ice was melting, and it's pretty much, you know, looking better out there, but I still don't trust myself. So I'm gonna just go sourcing tomorrow instead of today, because for some reason I thought that the rose would have looked a lot better today. Granted, they look better than they did yesterday, but I mean like better enough for me to feel comfortable to drive. Yesterday I watched a truck. They were trying to drive out of our apartment complex, and they kept sliding back, and they kept sliding back. Thank God no cars were parked like by the leasing office, because that's where he kept sliding back into, like that, you know how you go to a leasing office, they like the first parking spaces is like for the leasing office. It was no cars right there, and he just kept sliding back, and he just kept trying to rev that shit up to go, and it was like, it's not happening, bro. But that happened.